Hello, everybody. Welcome to my point of view on diet and exercise. I am LW, and I will do my presentation with you and try and keep it under 15 minutes. So we've been talking about weight loss and diet and exercise and steps that need to be taken in order to achieve your goal. So we want to make sure that we get started off the right way. We've discussed injectables. We've discussed going to the gym or not going to the gym, and also using your home as the gym. And so we also need to discuss eating habits. However you eat, you want to make sure that you do follow a regimen of eating. Because eating too much is what has gotten you in the condition that you are in. And it not necessarily is it items from your home. It could be items from outside. But you have to make sure that you are keeping control of what's going on. Fast foods, not good for you. Biggest reason, everything is cooked in oil. Snacks, not good for you. Because most of the time, they are sweet snacks, not good for you. Alcoholic beverages, not good for you. Kind of just like cigarettes, not good for you. So, we want to eliminate those items that aren't good for us. And we want to control items that are good for us. So once you are on your program, and you feel that your eating habits are good. You have a regimented eating habit, you have a regimented exercise going on, and you feel that you're doing all the right things, and you still aren't losing any pounds. Everything is still the same. That's usually because you haven't done enough. And I don't mean work harder by exercising. I mean cutting back enough. And when you cut back, there's several things that you need to make sure you do. Most importantly, your meals, you need to make sure that you have more vegetables on your plate, or you eat more vegetables than you do the other portions of food, such as your meat and, of course, your starch. So you want to make sure your vegetables are more, because your vegetables assist your digestive system better than the other foods. See, these are part of the problems that a lot of us don't realize. Meat takes longer to digest in your stomach, and so does other starchy type foods. Vegetables, however, they assist your digestive system and promote good bowel movements. Now, a lot of this stuff you don't like to talk about, but you have to talk about it because it's what you need to do in order to attain your goal. So bowel movements are very, very important. We need to have bowel movements 2, sometimes 3 times a day. Some of us aren't as fortunate, and we only have 1, and some of us have none. So I know that's a problem, so you need to work on those issues, because that probably is part of your poor eating habits. So if you continue to see yourself having a problem, and you know that you're exercising like a crazy person, you're sweating, and your pounds are remaining the same, that only means that your intake is probably a little bit too much. You have to cut back on your soda. Do you drink soda? If you do, you know that's a very, very contributing factor of weight gain. A lot of us don't think that liquids will contribute to weight gain. Well, liquids contain a high content of sugar. So does alcohol. Alcohol has a lot of other things that probably aren't good for you, which I'm not familiar with. But I know the Surgeon General has also classified alcohol as a cancer contributing item. So a lot of times we wonder, where did a person get cancer from? They got it from drinking, because that is a contributor. So you want to make sure that you eliminate alcohol from your diet completely. It's just no good for you. And if you have to consume some, make it very, very infrequent that you indulge. Don't be a partier drinking with your friends and stuff like that. It's only going to help your health get bad. And you're looking to improve your health. So you're working on that diet, and you're making sure that you included now vegetables. And a lot of us, we continue to overeat. When you overeat, that's also going to make you gain weight. So you don't want to overeat, especially when you're eating the wrong things. So let's make sure we cut back on overall everything that you're eating so that you can bring that weight down. That's the main goal here. A lot of times what we have to do, since most of us, we don't have nutritionalist, or we don't have a cook, because those are very expensive and most of us just can't afford it. So we have to do it the poor man's way. Yes, and you can do it. It's discipline. That's what it is. So even if you had a nutritionalist, and even if you had, let's say, a cook, you still have to discipline yourself from doing the wrong thing. So why can't you do it without hiring a cook or a nutritionalist? Use common sense. A glass of water goes a long way. That's right. When you feel the urge to eating more food, often all you need to do is just drink some more water, and that will curtail or curve your appetite. And that's what you'd like to do. You sometimes have to fool your stomach so that it doesn't continue to growl, or your mind continue to tell you that you need to put food in it. That's not always the case. Sometimes a glass of water will make that appetite feeling go away, or that hungry feeling go away for a bit longer. And a lot of times all you needed to do is just go away for a bit longer so you can get to the time that you need to be eating, like you're eating your dinner, or your lunch, or your breakfast. Some of us don't need to eat 3 times a day. Some of us need to eat less. Some of us need to eat more. Because if you eat more sometimes, eat more frequently, it makes your body burn the calories quicker. But remember, you have to eat smaller portions when you do something like that. So you have to make your mind up of which method you're going to use to accomplish your goal. A lot of us will sometimes substitute a meal for a juicing, which is very, very good for you. Because if you're going to do some juicing, you're going to get some nourishment. And also it's going to not make your digestive system work as hard, because you're not putting all the food into your system once again. And you're not putting all that fiber in there, which you do need, but you're not overdoing it. So now your system is starting to like what it's doing. You're making it work absolutely less to attain the goal, but you're getting more nourishment and vitamins into your system at the same time. How about that? Yeah, it works that way. So let's say you're having a light breakfast, and for lunch you do a juicing. And then for dinner you have a dinner, but with a controlled portion. And then you check your weight the following day, or every day you should check your weight, because you don't want your weight to go too fast and you're not keeping track of what you're doing. So if you weigh yourself daily, you'll know how much you weigh. And that's important. You'll know how much you gain every day or loss every day. That may be a bit too much for some of us. Some of us might want to take a whole week to weigh yourself, but by the whole week goes by, you can't change your bad habits. So you want to try and stay on top of it less than a week, 2 days tops. Weigh yourself so you know where you're at. Then you can make adjustments. So some of us need to make adjustments. It's not a big deal. So make that adjustment and do what you know is the right thing to do. Stop those snacks, those late night snacks where you are trying to hide from somebody. Everybody sees what you're doing because they can see the weight that you gained. So you're not hiding anything from anyone. Keep that in mind. We can all see. So be honest with yourself, because no one else really matters. All right? Like I said, we can all see exactly what you're doing. So honesty is key. Honesty to yourself. If you say you're not going to eat that bowl of ice cream, don't eat it. I won't know if you ate it or not. It's all on you. Now, if you get control of your diet, you'll probably get control of your health a lot better too. Because if you start to lose weight often enough, things start to work better. You'll start to feel better. Your blood pressure will go down. Perhaps your A1C will go down. If you don't know what your A1C numbers are, you need to go to the doctor to find out what your A1C numbers are so you can make sure that you don't become a diabetic. There's 2 types of being a diabetic. You can be a type 1 or type 2. A type 2 diabetic, you've made yourself into a type 2 diabetic, usually because of your diet. Now, I know we blame it on our parents. We inherit what they had. That's because we do the same wrong thing that they did. You don't have to go down that line. So don't blame it on your parents. Be an adult about it and blame it on yourself. And if you need to do something about it, do it. You can clean yourself up from being a type 2 diabetic. That's right. And you can also eliminate high blood pressure, or at least bring it down to a minimum. These are things that will improve our health. And we need to work on that. And we need to make sure that when we exercise, we include the cardio, because cardio is what drives all of these things down. And that's what we need to do. Get that cardio on. I know a lot of this stuff is painful, and I know you don't want to hear a lot of this stuff from me. I know that. But I just want to share with you advice to try and help you attain your goal. And that's what this is all about. My point of view. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional nutritionalist. However, I have a lot of experience, a lot of common sense, just like you do. I'm sharing mine with you to try and help you so that you can help yourself. And for now, I think I've taken up enough of your time, and I'm going to give it all back to you so that you can get busy. Thank you all very much. Until next time.